A crisp blue shirt is meticulously folded, each crease sharp and deliberate, against the mundane backdrop of a suburban day. The neatly folded shirt is then carefully placed inside a vibrant red cooler, a stark contrast of color and purpose. A small innocent kitten observes the unfolding scene with wide, curious eyes, its gaze fixed on the peculiar ritual. The cooler, now holding its enigmatic cargo, hints at unspoken journeys and hidden meanings within the quiet suburb. In the quiet suburban home, a playful kitten leaps into an open cooler, drawn by curiosity and mischief. Inside, the kitten bats playfully at a blue shirt, his movements swift and silent. With a final decisive gesture, the kitten tugs the cooler's lid shut, sealing himself in darkness. Unseen and unheard, the kitten is now completely enveloped in the cool, silent confines of the cooler. A muscular cat wearing a bright life vest strides confidently from a suburban house. The cat strains, hauling a red cooler nearly as big as itself. With a grunt, the feline fisherman tosses the cooler into the back of a weathered green Jeep. The cat retrieves a fishing rod, its tip nearly touching the sky. He heaves the fishing rod into the Jeep. The cat pauses, a determined glint in its eye, ready for adventure. A green Jeep races down a winding dirt road, dust swirling in its wake. Inside, a cooler rattles, a soundtrack to the determined journey. At the wheel, a cat drives with focused intensity, paws gripping tight. The cat's gaze is fixed, a determined glint in its eyes. The cat arrives at a tranquil riverbank, a peaceful haven among fellow anglers under the bright day. With deliberate care, he sets down his cooler, the promise of a relaxing day echoing in the gentle sounds of nature. The fishing rod follows, a silent pledge to the art of patience and anticipation by the flowing water. He settles onto a small stool, a solitary figure, ready to embrace the quiet rhythm of the river. With a practiced hand, he casts his line, sending hope dancing across the water's shimmering surface. The line cuts through the air, a silver thread connecting the cat to the mysteries of the deep. Beside the flowing river, the cooler lid pops open, revealing a world of unknown adventure. A tiny kitten, its eyes gleaming with mischief, cautiously peeks into the inviting world. With a burst of playful energy, the kitten scrambles out of the confines of the cooler. Its small paws touch the earth for the first time, ready for exploration. The riverbank becomes a playground for the curious kitten. A lone kitten bravely steps into the silent, watchful woods, sunlight dappling through the canopy above. Driven by instinct, the kitten gathers fallen twigs and bits of twine. Tiny paws work with surprising dexterity, carefully assembling a miniature bow. He attaches a small arrow, a hunter's focus gleaming in his youthful eyes. A moment of pure, innocent ambition amidst the towering trees. On a serene riverbank, a fluffy kitten, small as a grapefruit, prepares to fire a miniature bow and arrow. Eyes narrowed in concentration, the kitten takes careful aim at a distant target. Below, a man fishes peacefully from a bright yellow inflatable boat, unaware of the impending danger. With a determined glint, the kitten releases its arrow, sending it soaring towards the unsuspecting fishermen. A loud pop echoes as the arrow strikes the boat, disrupting the calm and marking a moment of unexpected chaos. A startled man plummets into the river, the cold water engulfing him in a sudden splash. Soaked and enraged, he claws his way back to the muddy bank, dripping revenge. Water streams from his hair as he shakes a fist at the fleeing kitten. His furious yell echoes across the riverbank, a symphony of sputtering indignation. On the riverbank, a playful kitten darts into view, its movements quick and mischievous. With a flick of its paw, the kitten sends a fishing bucket tumbling, unleashing chaos. Bait scatters across the ground, glistening under the sun as the kitten continues its playful rampage. Fishing tackle flies in every direction, a testament to the kitten's boundless energy. The river bank, once orderly, is now a scene of delightful disarray, courtesy of the tiny terror. The kitten pauses, momentarily satisfied, its eyes gleaming with innocent mischief. At the riverbank, a kitten tips buckets, unleashing a torrent of water. A deluge of fish spills into the river, glittering under the sun. Anglers scramble, nets and buckets in hand, to seize the unexpected bounty. A frenzy of activity erupts as the riverbank transforms into a scene of chaotic, joyful fishing. The woods echo with frantic calls as a small kitten darts into the dense undergrowth. Sunlight filters through the trees, casting dappled shadows. The kitten, a mere shadow, vanishes deeper into the green. Leaves rustle softly, concealing the tiny fugitive. A final glimpse of fur disappears among the roots and vines. Silence descends, the woods reclaiming their solitude. The kitten arrives at a massive beaver dam, the sunlight glinting off the water held back by the sturdy structure. He surveys the imposing barrier, his tiny form, a stark contrast to the scale of the dam. With determination in his eyes, the kitten begins his ascent. His paws finding perches on the rough log, he starts pulling at the logs, his small paws working furiously, his efforts seemingly futile against the dam's strength. The kitten persists, undeterred by the size of the task, his movements a flurry of focused energy. Close up on the kitten's paws as he grips the wood, his tiny claws digging in, a testament to his resolve. The kitten strains, its tiny paws gripping the massive log. With a final desperate tug, the key log is dislodged. The beaver dam groans, the structure visibly faltering under the strain. The entire dam collapses in a spectacular burst of splintered wood and rushing water. A roaring wall of water surges downstream, reshaping the landscape with its unleashed power. At the riverbank, the muscular cat watches, disbelief etched on his face as the flash flood surges towards him. A fierce resolve hardens his gaze. He prepares to face the impending torrent. Muscles tensed, he plunges into the churning muddy water, a solitary figure against nature's fury. The raging flood engulfs him, testing his strength and determination to their limits. He fights against the relentless current, his powerful strokes driving him forward. A desperate battle against the overwhelming power of the river unfolds. The cat fights the relentless current, his eyes locking onto his son, struggling weakly in the floodwaters. Fueled by adrenaline, he leaps, snatches the kitten from the swirling water. With powerful muscles straining, he hoists his son onto a sturdy tree branch, a haven against the raging flood. Below, the floodwaters surge, a chaotic display of nature's raw, untamed power. The kitten shivers uncontrollably, his grand adventure turned into a terrifying ordeal against the storm.